combat readiness, essential to the Air Force mission. Ready around the clock, around the world, to counter any threat to our national security. Ready day or night to move in quickly wherever our national interests are challenged. That's the Air Force mission. Deter aggression, preferably. But if deterrence fails, attack and defeat the adversary. To remain sharp and ready through training, or to accomplish the mission if called upon to fight. Air Force personnel need and use large quantities of a wide variety of munitions. Bullets, bombs, guided missiles.
Ready? Go.
The people in the Air Force who make sure munitions are available, safe and reliable, are the people in the Air Munitions and Weapons Maintenance career field. The jobs in this career field, like others in the Air Force, are identified by a number called an Air Force Specialty Code, usually referred to as AFSC. As a student in the Munitions Systems Specialist Technical Training course, your AFSC is 46110. There's a lot of information packed into that 5-digit number. The first 2 digits, 46, identify the overall career field that you're in, Air Munitions and Weapons Maintenance. The 46 career field has 4 subdivisions, each identified by the 3rd digit in the AFSC number. 461 identifies munition systems, the subdivision you're in. 462 is aircraft armament systems. 463 is nuclear weapons. 464 is explosives ordnance disposal. Now let's take a look at what each subdivision does.
The 461 Munitions Systems career field covers a lot of ground, but in general, here's what we do. We receive munitions from the manufacturer, from the Logistics Command Depot, and from other military bases. We inspect these munitions periodically to make sure there are no defects. And if there are defects, we make sure they get corrected. We store munitions in such manner as to prevent, or at least to minimize, deterioration. We assemble munitions from components into the configuration needed by the operational people who use them, and we deliver munitions to wherever they're needed on base.
The 462 career field subdivision consists of aircraft armament systems specialists who work primarily on the flight line.
Basically, we load munitions on aircraft. Gatling gun ammunition, bombs, rockets and missiles, both conventional and nuclear. We also install propellant devices that jettison these munitions or internal store on the aircraft.
Check for dirt or other foreign material. Check the wire rope assembly.
The 463 subdivision specializes in nuclear weapons designed for aircraft delivery.
We do the overall maintenance on nuclear munitions and prepare them for operational use. We test, inspect, repair, and modify components. We configure them for specific missions. And we also insert the classified arming code that mates with the coder-decoder of the aircraft.
Munitions are, by their very nature, dangerous. Despite the greatest precautions taken by all munitions personnel concerned, things sometimes go wrong. Filler material may seep out of a bomb casing, creating a hazardous condition. Or a fuse might be armed accidentally, as in this case. That's when the 464 subdivision explosive ordnance disposal technicians go to work.
All right, when you get it out, just tilt the fuse and let the delay come out by hand. We'll put those in separate containers. EOD technicians are called upon to handle many different situations. We're trained on the render-safe procedures of all U.S. conventional and nuclear weapon systems. Today it happened to be a couple of bomb fuses that were inadvertently armed while they were being loaded. But that's the real challenge of EOD. You never know what it's going to be next.
Although each of the 4 subdivisions has its distinct responsibilities, there is a great deal of interaction among them. The people in the 461 Munitions System subdivision particularly relate to all the others in their day-to-day work. Also, in times of emergency or quick reaction alerts, people in different specialties cross lines as needed to help one another for a maximum effort. We said previously that as a student in the technical training course, your AFSC is 46110. That the 46 identifies the overall career field, and that the 3rd digit identifies the subdivision you're in. The 4th digit, another 1, tells you what skill level you are at in the career field. This digit changes as your skill level goes up. The 1 skill level means you're at the entry level, unskilled, usually an airman basic. When you get to the 3 skill level, you are semi-skilled, an apprentice, an airman or airman first class. At the 5 level, you are skilled and getting into supervisory duties. You can have up to 3 or 4 stripes. At the 7 skill level, you are advanced and mostly in supervisory duties, usually a shop chief, a tech or master sergeant. At the 9 level, you would be a superintendent, usually a branch chief at the rank of senior or chief master sergeant. When you graduate from tech school, you'll be awarded a 3 skill level and assigned to a duty section. There you will receive extensive hands-on training and experience in all the duties of the work section. And at the same time, you will be taking a series of career development courses designed to upgrade your knowledge and skills. After you've completed this phase successfully, you will be awarded a 5 skill level, which means you're no longer an apprentice. You're now a skilled specialist. Five levels and their 3-level helpers do most of the hands-on work in the munitions career field. As a 5 level, you will also be called on to train less experienced airmen assigned to your duty section. You will stay at the 5 skill level until you make staff sergeant, at which time you will go on upgrade training for the 7 skill level. Once you've made Master Sergeant at the 7 skill level, you will go on upgrade training to the 9 skill level. And from there, once you've made Senior Master Sergeant and held the grade 17 months, you become eligible for Chief Master Sergeant. Here is a list of duty sections that comprise the 461 career field, one of which you will be assigned to. Maintenance, missile maintenance, inspection, line delivery, storage and handling, equipment maintenance, ammunition supply, munitions control, and quality assurance. Let's now look at each section, its duties and responsibilities.
We'll mount the fin in the next configuration. Go ahead and install nose fuse, hand tight.
This is a munitions maintenance shop. The munitions these technicians work with can be configured in several different ways, depending on the aircraft that will carry them and the mission being flown.
Up arming wire and clip.
This is their primary responsibility, to build up munitions for issue to the user. The missile maintenance shop builds up and repairs guided weapons, munitions guidance kits, AIM and AGM missiles, and training missiles such as captive flight and load crew training missiles.
Most missiles have three basic components. The rocket motor, which gets the missile off the rail of the aircraft. Your guidance and control section, that's your electronics command, which guides the missile to the target, and your warhead. They've all got to do their job correctly so that the missile will function as intended. It's our job to see that they do. Okay, looks good. Go ahead and seat the coupling ring.
Munitions must be inspected each time they change hands and periodically during storage. This is to assure they are serviceable, that is, safe and reliable for all who handle and use them. These technicians get a lot of exposure to a wide variety of explosives during the many different inspections they conduct.
We do a receiving inspection when munitions come in from another base, a manufacturer, or a depot. We do a shipping inspection when munitions leave our base. We also inspect munitions while in storage, before they are issued to a user, when they come back from a user, and we do a periodic inspection when directed by the item technical order. We also do special inspections when directed by higher authority when a unique problem exists with a munitions item. Extractor case too thick.
If you like driving trucks, big and small, you'll like working in line delivery. Line D picks up configured munitions from the maintenance shops and delivers them to a flight line. They also bring them back when no longer needed by the operational units.
When we're called on to deliver the munitions, we go to the pickup point, which is usually maintenance or missile maintenance. We inspect the loaded trailers to make sure they're tied down right and that everything is secure. We then hook up the trailers and take munitions out to the locations where they are needed. At most bases, Line D operates the flight line holding area, so we usually take them there for a temporary hold. When the aircraft are ready, we take the munitions out to the loading crew.
Storage and handling develops and carries out the storage plan to accommodate all needed explosives within a munitions storage area. They move munitions in and out of storage facilities and re-warehouse them when necessary.
Munitions are brought to us in boxes or banded together on pallets, and we deliver the items to munitions inspection, and they do a receiving inspection on them. Then we store the items, either in buildings or at outside storage sites, in accordance with tech data. The items remain in storage until requested for by operational units, and then we deliver the items to maintenance for build-up. Or, if the items remain in storage for long periods of time, we deliver the items to munitions inspection, and they will do periodic inspections as required. At most places, line delivery is a part of storage and handling, and they will make the deliveries for us.
The equipment maintenance shop does the inspections and repairs on munitions trailers and trailer accessories used by the work centers in the munitions storage area.
There are quite a few trailers being used in the munitions storage area, and we keep most of them in commission all the time, usually 95%. That's because we inspect them carefully and make repairs as needed. We don't get that much exposure to the explosives themselves, but any of our people who would like to work more directly with the munitions can usually transfer to another shop.
Every munitions storage area has an ammunition supply branch that handles requisitioning, stock control, document control, and supply points. The same functions as those in base supply, but limited to munitions items. Supply personnel have a different AFSC, but 461s are often assigned to the supply branch as inventory specialists.
What we do in inventory control is count and record. We go out and make sure that computer runs are accurate, that what munitions they say are out there are actually out there. If the numbers do not agree, we do a trail analysis of file documents to ensure our processing was done accurately. If files are correct, a complete survey is done to investigate discrepancies.
The AFTO 15 office, which is part of the inspection section, is usually in the munitions branch, but at some bases it is located in the ammunition supply branch.
The AFTO 15 form is a historical record of all munitions on the supply branch account. On one side, it shows all inspections that have been done on the item. On the other side, we record document numbers of items received, issued, turned in, shipped, or destroyed, and how many we have on hand and where they are located.
Munitions Control, Sergeant Little, may I help you? Hi, Sergeant Lassiter.
With all the activity going on in the munitions maintenance and storage areas, someone has to schedule the many tasks that must be accomplished and keep track of the work in progress. This responsibility belongs to the people in Munitions Control.
In a nutshell, what we do in Munitions Control is plan, schedule, control, and coordinate all munitions activities in the storage area. We keep a daily current status on all of our munitions handling equipment and flight line support equipment, daily in-use work orders, captive missile status, load trainers, inert and dummy training items. Additionally, we coordinate with the flight line to ensure that they receive a quality product so they can do their daily missions.
There is no munitions control section as such at tactical air command bases in the continental United States, where munitions functions have been decentralized. If you are assigned to one of those bases, your duties as a controller will be the same, but your title will be dispatcher, and you will work in the combat munitions unit.
I'd like to do an assembled missile inspection this afternoon if I can.
Sure thing, sir.
Quality assurance is a highly skilled function in the 461 career field, requiring at least a 7 skill level for entry. At most bases, it comes under the Chief of Maintenance, but at some, it's a section in the munitions branch. Quality assurance evaluators visit the different work sections periodically to make sure that tech order procedures are followed, that all tests, job performances, and procedures are in accordance with standards established by higher authority. That's a brief look at the Airman Munitions career field. It's a career field you can get ahead in quite rapidly if you work hard and do a good job. The opportunities for promotion are very good.
I've been in the Air Force for 3 years. I'm a 5-level senior airman. I started out in line delivery, where I worked 6 months, and came here to maintenance, where I worked for 12. My supervisor says I'll move to missile maintenance next. I like that. Expanding my knowledge in munitions career field will help when I move into the higher levels of supervision.
I'm a 7-level tech sergeant. I've been in the Air Force 6 years. As a 7-level, you can either be a staff sergeant, tech sergeant, or master sergeant. Before coming to patrol, I was the NCOIC of equipment maintenance. I really like it up here. It gives me a chance to see the overall operation.
I've been in the Air Force 17 years, and I've done about every job that there is in the munitions field. I'm a 9-skill level senior master sergeant, and basically I'm a problem solver, a middleman between the flightline organizations and the munitions area. If my people are having problems with the flight line, I get with the loading supervisor and we get those problems corrected. It works the other way too. If they're having problems either with the munitions or with my people, they get with me. I get with the NCOICs at the shops and we get those problems corrected fast.
As a munitions system technician, you play a key role in the combat readiness of the Air Force. You're a member of a team that makes sure munitions are readily available when needed, that they are safe for all who handle and use them. that they will work as they are supposed to work in support of our national security. The Munitions System Team. It's the muscle in the mission of the United States Air Force.